Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a review on the brand new AOA Studio Vita Glow Tinted Moisturizer. I'm going to show you how I like to apply this, my thoughts, my in-depth review. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome. I do a lot of reviews, hauls on Shop Miss A products, especially the AOA Studio line because they are cruelty-free, super budget-friendly, so make sure to subscribe if you love seeing that kind of content. Would love to have you join our little community here. So without further ado, let's jump into this review. So I picked two shades. One I use all over as a base, and I'm wearing it right now, and one of them I used as a sort of like liquid cream bronzer. So I have the shade Fair and the shade Tan as well. So this retails for $1.55 each. This comes in a total of 6 shades. It's cruelty-free, vegan-friendly, non-toxic. It says that this does have 500 ppm dose of vitamin C to give your skin that ultimate radiant glow. Claims to adjust and shift shade to match your skin tone. It says it's a hydrating, natural, glowy finish, medium and buildable coverage. So that's quite a few claims. I definitely think this has really nice coverage. I do wish there were more shades to choose from. The lightest shade, which I'm in, Fair. I am very pale right now, so unfortunately I do have to lighten this. So I do have to use my NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white to lighten it just a little bit. This does not alternate the formula of the product that you're mixing it in with, so no worries there. Another product from Shop Miss A that I really love, and I always forget to mention this, and I'm so sorry, but this really is one of my favorite like BB creams. So this is the AOA Studio Perfect BB cream. I have the shade Fair. This also comes in 6 shades, but this is only $1 each. You do get a total of 30 mils with the BB cream, and the tinted moisturizer you get 0.67 fluid ounces. You get a decent amount with both of these, and I find that when you look at the ingredients list, they're very similar. I would say the biggest difference is I do find the tinted moisturizer to be a little bit lighter with coverage, and this one, the BB cream, is a little bit more high coverage. Actually, I feel like you can get almost close to full coverage with this guy here. It does feel a little bit thicker, a little bit more hydrating. They're both very dewy on the skin, very fresh, very natural finish on the skin. And I love them both equally. I don't know if I could really pick a favorite. I do like the undertone of this one in the shade Fair. I find it to be a little bit more neutral. This one matches me fine. I mean, I'm wearing the Vita Glow right now, and I mean, it looks good. So I don't know, I'm still really torn. I think both products perform really nicely. So if you do love the BB cream, I think you're going to like the tinted moisturizer. I do want to pop up some swatches of this compared to the BB cream, and also a couple other tinted products that I really love. I also love the Colourpop Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer. This is my favorite tinted moisturizer. It's fantastic. It's so hydrating, so beautiful. I also really like the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop blurring skin tint. This is another great sort of like barely there product. Not as hydrating though as the other ones. This definitely gives a more kind of satin look to the skin, but nonetheless all of these kind of fall in the same category. Very light coverage but still buildable. It's more of that like skin tint tinted moisturizer family. The one thing I do love about the Colourpop and the Fenty Beauty products is that they match me perfectly. There's a really great shade range. So that's a downside, I think, to the Shop Miss A website. The shade range could be definitely a lot better. So if you are very fair like I am, I'm sure you can tell in the swatches, these are definitely way too dark for me. So if you don't already have one of these white foundation mixers, you definitely should have one of these in your collection. I don't know if NYX still sells this or not. I know e.l.f. used to have one, but any sort of white mixer to lighten your foundation is going to really help you out if you are very fair, even more fair than I am. So the formula of the tinted moisturizer, I think this is great. It's very creamy, it's very hydrating, it blends into the skin really nicely. For application, I do prefer to use a damp sponge. I just feel like it really brings the glow out in this product. And I have dry skin, that's my skin type. I'm definitely very dry. Any little bit of moisture definitely helps me out a lot. But you can also use a brush with this product. You can definitely get more coverage. And you'll see in the demonstration when I apply this to my skin, you can get a pretty good medium coverage with this product. You're definitely going to be able to build this up if you want to, or share it out and just do one even layer. The wear time on this product is great as well. I can get a good 8 or 9 hours out of this. I do see transfer onto my glasses because I do wear eyeglasses every single day. I get transfer just a little bit. It's not too bad. If I use a really good long-lasting setting spray like the Urban Decay one, I feel like it helps this to last even longer. Again, the only thing I feel like is like a downer that I don't like is that there's only 6 shades. So you may not find a shade that works for you. You probably could buy a couple shades and mix them together since it's only $1.55 per tube. And I feel like a little bit goes a long way as well. So this is fantastic, you guys. I love how it wears. I love how it looks on the skin. All right, so let's get into the demo of this video. I'm gonna show you guys how I like to apply this to my skin and how I got this beautiful, fresh look. I'm going to apply a little bit of this in the shade Fair to my mixing palette. I will also link this below, you guys. This is amazing. This is also from Shop Missy. And then just a little bit of my NYX Pro foundation mixer in white. That's the amount I'm using. And then this also comes with a spatula so you can mix it and not get your hands all dirty. So I'm just gonna mix these two together. So I'm just going to apply this with the spatula. And I always like to show you guys what it looks like with a brush and then a sponge. So I'm going to use the Real Techniques buffing brush on this side. And I like this product with the brush. I like it with the sponge if I want a more like very light tint. But if you want a little bit of coverage, you can build this up. It's very easy to build this up. 100%. This side I have no product, no makeup at all. And this side we did a nice thin even layer. And you can see, I mean, it covers up, you know, any redness, evens out your skin tone, and just gives you enough coverage. And I just love products like this, you guys. I think it's nice to let your natural skin come through. I have a lot of freckles on my face, you know, let those come through as well. All right, so applied a little bit to this side of my face, and we're gonna use a sponge. I'm going to take my, I think this is called a Total Face Sponge from e.l.f. I'm obsessed. So I'm just barely applying any pressure to get the most coverage out of this. Let's tap and blend this in. Okay, so an even layer on this side, I used a sponge, and this side I used a brush. Now, one thing I do notice for sure, whenever I use a damp sponge, you can see more of that glow coming through. So I definitely think a sponge adds more moisture to the skin. Hopefully it's showing up on camera. So this side we did a brush application, and there was a slight glow to my skin. It's ever so slight, but you do see that glow. But on this side it looks even more moisturized, more dewy. So I just love how products look with a sponge. So totally a personal preference, but you can see it looks good, I think, on both sides. I don't really notice a huge difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and take whatever's left on my spatula, and we're just going to build up the coverage. And again, this is light coverage, but you can definitely build this up to medium. I feel like the coverage is actually pretty good with this. With it being a tinted moisturizer, it's pretty darn good. I'm actually just gonna use my sponge. It's just quicker, and I like the finish more, so. Okay, so that's 2 even layers on both sides. As you can tell, this has pretty great coverage. I mean, for a tinted moisturizer, I'm really impressed. It's very flexible though. So if you like a very sheer, you know, you want that tinted moisturizer, just like a skin tint look, you could do 1 even layer with a sponge and really sheer it out. or you can build this up, get that coverage going. Light to medium for sure. You're not gonna get full coverage, but honestly, this is enough coverage for me. I think it looks fantastic. And it does have that nice, very natural dewy glow. It's not super shiny. I don't think it looks greasy or oily. I mean, I can only speak for my skin type because I've never really been an oily gal, but I mean, you could probably set this with powder and get a more like satin matte look to the skin. And I think it's just beautiful. Let me get close up to the camera so you guys can see my skin up close. So I'm also going to take the shade Tan and show you how I like to use it as a bronzer. So again, I love that little squeezy tube applicator. Once again, I'm going to apply a little drop of this on the back of my little mixing palette here. And I'm just going to take this angled contour brush from BH Cosmetics. I don't know if you can actually get this anymore. I'm just going to dab into the product on my little palette here. And then I'm just going to kind of stamp this on wherever I want the bronzer to go. So like along the forehead, to be a little bit careful. I'm gonna go along my jawline, down my neck a little bit. I feel like you can do this with literally any product you enjoy, but definitely like a tinted moisturizer, it's gonna be a little bit more forgiving because it's not gonna have so much coverage as a foundation if you do it this way. I mean, I really like it. I don't think it's my perfect color though for doing this as a bronzer, but I think it looks really nice. Like once I put all the rest of my makeup on top, it looks really nice. So this is just another quick way you can warm up your skin without actually reaching for a bronzer. So that is the shade Tan on my skin tone, and just using it as like a cream bronzer. And again, you can do this with any product you want to, but I think like a BB cream or tinted moisturizer, a little bit easier and forgiving. It's more sheer. That way you can build it up. But I think this looks really nice again. Just gives your skin that dewy glow. And I think it looks really pretty. So I'm actually really glad I purchased 2 different shades and used it in that way. My final thoughts, I think this is great, super affordable, looks beautiful on the skin. I don't find that this settles into fine lines too badly throughout the day, again because it's such a nice sheer product. It really sits on the skin and lasts all day, so I really like this. I think the only thing that I don't like is there are parabens in here, and it does say that there is fragrance at the kind of like towards the bottom of the ingredients list. However, I don't know, I don't really smell a strong fragrance from this, so that's a good thing. And I haven't really noticed any like breakouts or anything so far when I wear this. So that's everything, you guys. That's my review and demo on the brand new tinted moisturizer from the AOA Studio line. I'm so excited. They're constantly coming out with new things. If you guys missed my review, I just posted recently on the Color Flush liquid blushes, also from the AOA Studio line. I will link that review in the card and down below. They're pretty good, and I did do swatches on all 5 shades, so if you want to see my thoughts on that, check it out. And again, if you are new here, I will link some playlists down below if you want to see more Miss A hauls, tutorials, reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comment, like, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Would love to have you join the community here. I post on Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every week. And when I'm not here, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. My links are always down below where you can follow me if you would like to. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!